Hi everyone, my name is Kelsey Boyer, and I want to talk to you today about a routine that I want to incorporate into my classroom. I want to do the exit ticket system after each lesson. I think that exit tickets not only enhance learning by asking students to reflect on what they've learned, but I also believe it's a good way to assess students for understanding. This here is Seesaw. It's a digital tool that offers endless possibilities to wrap up Common Core standards. This is not math specific. It's not just for math. They have things for reading literacy, science, social studies, every subject that you could think of. It's and sub-subjects. So math, they have just fractions. They have just algebra. They have just trig if you're high school. They have very specific subcategories as well. It goes by grade level. It's super user-friendly, and it's very accessible. If you don't find a resource within this software that works for you, if you're super specific and you can create your own resource, you're able to upload it and still get it out to your class through this technology. And it kind of keeps like a running record all in one place, which is really nice. So to prove that this is such a great tool, I would love to show how it works with this specific math standard for third grade. It is the 3NFA1, Develop Understanding of Fractions as Numbers. This specific standard asks students to understand that fractions are a quantity formed by one part that is broken up into equal parts. So for this specific example, once the lesson is over, students will know that the routine is to get on a computer and complete the exit activities. So let's go to Seesaw. For this example specifically, I've chosen two activities. First is a practical application that is more of an assessment. Students are to color in and model fractions as smaller parts of one whole. So when you click Add, it opens up and gives you the tools to come in here and actually color in these pieces of the fraction. So this is a skill that is required to master the specific standard we're looking at, and it's a way for me to assess students' understanding. It'll give me an idea of how well my students understand the concept, and if my students don't do well, then I know I need to either reteach or modify the next lesson for the standard. So the second activity I have is an actual exit ticket. It's a written component that asks students to report what they already know, so activating their prior knowledge, what they have learned today, and what they still have questions about. This activity gives students a chance to speak up if they don't understand. As much as we want to encourage students and say that, that everybody participates, we are still going to have students who lack the confidence and sometimes even the language to voice their concerns or questions. So this exit ticket acts as a safe space in which students can share. I believe that these exit tickets provide great activities, and this website, I meant to say, I think that this website with the exit tickets has great activities, and the library, it really is something else. I would be shocked if you don't find what you're looking for in their library. And it's not helpful just for students and teachers, but there is an added bonus. If parents or caretakers choose to sign up, they receive a notification when their child completes an activity. So this creates a dialogue at home, and it keeps families informed about their child's performance at school, which can increase student motivation and family involvement in the classroom, which is always helpful and welcome. So not only is this good for Common Core standards, it's also a really great way, to help teachers adhere to the standards for mathematical practice. So we're going to continue on with the same standard for fractions. And for this first activity, students are asked to model. That is the fourth standard for mathematical practice. You have to model the math. You need to do this. color in the pieces and show me what you know. And not just write down the answer. It's actually modeling in a digital realm, which is very helpful. Another cool thing about this, as far as the standards for mathematical practice, are that students are given lots of tool options. You see down here, there's markers, pencils, highlighters, magical markers that glow. I don't know if it'll let me draw. There we go. And an eraser. So you can come in, you can be super precise, which you'll notice is another one of the mathematical practices, and strategic use of tools. So knowing which tools to use and being super precise about it, you can change the size of these things and color if your teacher is asking you to do specific colors for things. It's very interactive. Students can speak. There's a microphone. They can snap a picture. They have text to type. So if you come back to this exit ticket, oops. Students can type in their answers, which I hope that this is a written component. I hope they would type it in and not try to write it in with a pencil. But this is for mathematical practice standards 4 and 5. So they have the tools. They need to be able to use them strategically, and they should be precise. So that's 3 of the mathematical practices standards that we should be following. And you can utilize all these tools to help you get there. So overall, I believe that Seesaw is an excellent digital tool. It can be utilized in various ways. It doesn't have to be just for an exit ticket and across multiple subjects. I used it as an exit ticket, but it can be a warm-up or even an assessment in some cases. It's a wonderful way to incorporate technology and the universal design for learning. You're having students use technology and model on the computer. You can do videos. It's amazing. There's so many different things that you can do. Perhaps most importantly, it is a way to connect families to the classroom. As a parent myself, I know how frustrating it can be to ask your child, what did you do at school today? For them to just say, I can't remember. And you feel like, oh my gosh, you were just in school 5 minutes ago. How did you already forget? It gives us talking points as teachers and parents to say, did you see what your child did on Seesaw? They're doing so great. It's something fun to bring up in conversation with parents, or if you're sending notes home, to just say, hey, I noticed on Seesaw, your child is doing such a great job on all their activities. This tool extends far beyond the classroom, which is huge. And I love it, and I hope that you guys love it too, and I hope that you consider utilizing it and checking out the library. It is free. I can't believe I haven't mentioned that yet. It is a free tool that anybody could sign up for. Just make sure you sign up as a teacher. So I hope you've enjoyed this screencast, and I look forward to seeing all of yours as well.